Ahoy, mateys! Today's video is packed tighter than a treasure chest on a stormy sea because we're stepping inside Magic Kingdom's brand new pirate tavern, the Beak and Barrel, for the very first time. Disney also dropped some major news regarding the Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster retheme, updates for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, the opening date for Zootopia, Better Zoogether over in Animal Kingdom, a bunch of stuff about Big Thunder Mountain, lots coming up today. All the latest Disney and theme park news is coming up for you on DFV Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and today's video is packed, so if you've been hungry for some Disney news, here you go. Please sit down, go get some French toast or something. There's a lot to talk about. All right, first up, we're going to start with the Beak and Barrel. Yes, this is the Pirates of the Caribbean lounge that is slated to open on August 29th in Magic Kingdom, and we finally got a chance to go inside and see it for ourselves. So come on in with us. Like everything Disney does, Beak and Barrel has a story. This one is about how a legendary pirate rum runner, Captain Meridian Mary Goldwyn, set up this lively pirate pub we know as the Beak and Barrel. So this pirate's first mate, Rummy, is the tavern's quartermaster and happens to be a parrot and keeps an eye on everything from a roost at the top of the establishment. The main dining area, called the Mess, was once a mess hall for Spanish soldiers, but is now ironically available for pirates and would-be pirates to gather round and tell their own tales. In this room, Disney warned us to look at the ship's bell. They shared, rumor has it this bell was from Captain Red's first ship, gifted to Mary at the tavern's founding. Some say they're close friends, some say they're fierce rivals. There's also a huge bar cobbled together from salvaged portions of a cursed shipwreck with a ton of incredible details, aptly named the Cursed Bar. At the center of the bar, there's an enchanted rum bottle, and Disney shared it was gifted by a powerful enchantress. The tavern's barrels and the pirates' cheer will never run dry as long as the bottle stays full. A nod to the Tia Dalma, maybe? Plus, it literally looks like a pirate skull, so how cool is that? The captain's quarters once served as the living area of the Spanish Comandante, and here you're going to find fine art and drapery marked by years of being subjected to pirates. On top of the mantle, you can find 2 miniature ships in glass bottles, and Disney warned us to be on the lookout because these small vessels are known to come alive and engage in a fearsome bottle-bound battle for any who dare to watch. To the left of the main bar is the map maker's room, which is marked by a large hole made by a cannonball. You're going to see other cannonballs embedded in the walls nearby. This room was originally locked, so the pirates thought outside the box to get inside. They blew a big hole in the room's wall. Will you find all the pirate secrets on the map? And we got a chance to try out some of the new food and drink as well. We started out with the Plunderer's Punch for $46. This is made with the Kraken Black spiced rum, blackberry, lime, and vanilla. It's served in a souvenir pirate skull mug, which is the reason why it costs $50. We thought the souvenir cup was gorgeous, and it actually holds a good amount of alcohol. It doesn't have a heavy rum flavor to it, and it is more of a hint of rum. It's very fruit forward with a tropical flavor to it. We also got to try the Cursed Treasure, which costs $7.75. This is a non-alcoholic mocktail, and it's an indulgent blend of coconut milk and cookie crumbs topped with vanilla foam and pirate's gold. This one tasted almost like a cream soda, but without the carbonated aspect. It's heavy on the creaminess, and you get a toasted flavor from the cookie crumbs. We enjoyed this one, but it is definitely on the sweeter side. We also tried the Treasure Trove, which is another non-alcoholic option. It's $13.75, and it's a mysterious ube, lemon, and coconut concoction served with a vanilla cake plank, chocolate cannonball, and golden caramel popcorn. The drink was very ube forward, and the main flavors we got from it were ube and lemon. Ube tastes like a mix of sweet potato, vanilla, and coconut with a nutty flavor and a bit of earthiness. It had some sweetness to it and a bit of nuttiness from the ube. It was served with a vanilla cake pop that tasted like a standard cake pop that was covered in chocolate, and there's also a chocolate cannonball that was very thick on the inside like a cake. You'll also get a few pieces of caramel popcorn that tasted fresh and was very sticky. Also to eat, we got the Island Provisions. This is $16 and features plantain chips, blue corn tortillas, and toasted flatbread served with mango chutney, garlic chimichurri, spiced guava, and zesty culantro cream dips. When they bring this dish out to you, the crew members do a fun chant. Now, the zesty culantro cream dip reminded us of a ranch dressing, but with a bit more flavor. Now, zesty culantro is an herb that is more flavorful than cilantro, so you're going to get a stronger flavor from it than you do from cilantro. The chutney was tasty with a sweet and fruity flavor at first, followed by a tangy and more savory aftertaste. The spiced guava reminded us of a sweet barbecue sauce. The garlic chimichurri was heavy on the garlic and cilantro flavors. The plantain chips were decent, and the blue corn chips are the same you would get anywhere else. We are so excited about the opening of this lounge, though, in just a few short days on August 29th. I know that reservations sold out very, very quickly for the next couple of months, but people are going to be canceling. People are going to be modifying their reservations. There are still some reservations for singleton, so if you're just one person trying to get a reservation, you might be able to grab one, so keep trying. Okay, I've got big news for all you Muppet fans. Disney dropped new concept art and details for the Rock and Roller Coaster retheme. And if you weren't sure about it before, trust me, you're going to be first in line now. The coaster will be Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets and will be coming to Hollywood Studios in 2026. They say it's fueled by the tasty tunes of the Electric Mayhem and the high-speed hijinks of the Muppets. You can see 2 penguins and Scooter featured in the concept art, and Disney confirmed that those will be animatronics. The story goes that the Electric Mayhem is headlining at their biggest Hollywood concert ever. There's one big problem: the band is nowhere to be found. In G-Force Records, yep, it's staying G-Force Records, we're treated to a VIP tour of the recording studio, again, which is currently under new management by the Muppets. Be prepared for G-Force Records to have a snazzy new look now that Scooter's uncle, real estate tycoon and owner of the Muppet Theater, J.P. Gross, is in charge. With the help of J.P. Gross, the Muppets are creating their own place to make sweet Muppet music. And the Rock and Roller Coaster courtyard is getting a makeover with new psychedelic colors. It's inspired by the famous car paint job from the Muppets movie, and the piano motif will feature a golden key in reference to the band's fearless leader. You will be able to see the iconic scenery and landmarks of Tinseltown, but with a Muppet twist. Oh, and it sounds like those super stretch limos will stick around. As Disney teased, with the help from our friends at Muppet Labs and a very fast limousine, we'll take a twisting, turning, and screamingly fun road trip across Hollywood to reach the concert in time. So basically the ride's going to be exactly the same, just with, Muppet overlay. And we got some major updates on 2 rides in Magic Kingdom that are currently under refurb. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin closed on August 4th with an intended reopening date falling somewhere in 2026. Disney just showed us new concept art that features Buddy the Robot, a brand new character joining the mission, and we got to see a prototype of the new vehicles. So the new vehicles are inspired by the old Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger vehicles, and each new ride car will also have real-time tracking of the scoring, so you can make sure that your score is accurate. The vehicles will also feature handheld blasters that make shooting targets even easier. One's going to be red, one's going to be green, so you know who's hitting what. There will also be new targets inside the attraction, becoming more interactive and reacting when you hit them. Lots of exciting stuff coming for this one. And that's not all the big plans Disney announced for what's coming to the Magic Kingdom. They gave us a quick look at what's coming to the other ride that is undergoing a lengthy refurbishment, but on the complete other side of the park, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This ride's going to be seeing a brand new and smoother track, lighting, and effects. It'll be getting an exterior change to match the upcoming Piston Peak edition, and something else is coming to the popular attraction. Riders will get to enter a spectacular natural cavern full of phosphorescent pools, shimmering and illuminating iridescent stalagmites, the ones on the floor, and stalactites, the ones on the ceiling. This is a nod to the Rainbow Caverns mine train, opened in Disneyland in 1956 and closed in 1977, to make way for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad there, so Disney's bringing it all back. Beware that Disney told us that this ride may not be as friendly as it first appears, and that menacing rumble from deep within the mountain might be a sign we aren't welcome. We can't wait to experience this one again. After literal years of blue sky fantasizing, we officially know when a Zootopia attraction is opening in Disney World. The new attraction, Zootopia Better Zoogether, is replacing the It's Tough to Be a Bug attraction in the center of Animal Kingdom. According to Disney, the new film will take guests on an adventure through different biomes of scenery. seen in the film. Now, Zootopia Better Zoogether will officially open on November 7th of this year. The all-new 4D show begins when you arrive at the main stage just in time for Zoogether Day festivities, where you're going to spot some new and familiar faces, including Heidi Howler, a wolf who hosts the Zoogether Day live broadcast. Here's a first look at this new character. And here's how Disney describes the attraction. Zoogether Day, a celebration of unity amongst diverse biomes across the city, will be recognized with special performances like ice skating spectaculars from the heart of Tundra Town, synchronized swimming direct from Marsh Market, tiny mouse drone shows soaring over Little Rodentia, and of course, a musical finale by superstar Gazelle, all of which we'll see from the live stream watch party. Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun, and of course, expect to see and hear some familiar faces and voices. Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman are returning as Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, plus filmmakers Jared Bush and Byron Howard worked closely with Imagineering to bring this new attraction to life. Shakira is coming back as Gazelle for the big finale, but the most important thing, my friends, is that you will not be poked in the back anymore on this particular attraction. The DFB team will be there on day one to give you the full scoop. And we couldn't leave out Hollywood Studios. In July, Disney announced that the area currently known as Animation Courtyard will be reimagined into the Walt Disney Studios as a special nod to the legendary Walt Disney Studios lot in Burbank, California. Disney previously shared that the Walt Disney Studios and the magic of Disney animation will be very reminiscent of the Roy E. Disney Animation Building at Disney headquarters in Burbank, California. But Disney also recently shared that it will be a place where people can explore what Disney animation is really like. We can't wait to experience this new addition. It feels like part of the old Hollywood or MGM Studios is coming back. The entire Animation Courtyard area will be reimagined into the Walt Disney Studios, which is going to be themed around the actual Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. It'll even include the return of Mickey's sorcerer hat to the park, albeit a smaller version of it. And believe it or not, this part of Hollywood Studios, then Disney MGM Studios, was once a real working movie studio where Disney movies and TV shows were created, like Mulan and Lilo and Stitch and the Tower of Terror film. Star Wars Launch Bay is going to become the magic of Disney animation. This is where you'll see Mickey's sorcerer hat on top of the building. And the new building will have a story that it's a studio where the animators have temporarily stepped away and the characters have come to life to take over. It's also going to include an experience where you can learn to draw your own character sketch, like basically an animation academy, and Disney shared an updated look at a poster for the attraction, including a new character, Robin Williams' Lost Boy. And that's not all. Disney also shared that new changes are coming to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. For the first time ever, riders are going to be able to choose their destinations. It will fall to the engineer on board to choose where to go throughout the journey, where passengers will team up with the Mandalorian, Grogu, and Hondo. We can't wait to see what else Disney has in store for upcoming changes at Walt Disney World. We might even get more info next week at the Destination D23 event. So if you are not subscribed to our newsletter, now is the time. It is free and you can sign up at the link in the description. The Grand Floridian is making some big changes to its lobby. We've been keeping an eye on those things, including the construction of a new bar. So let's take a look at what's been going on. The last time we visited the Grand Floridian lobby, things were starting to come together for the new bar, which will replace the iconic bird cage, but don't worry because the bar will incorporate the birdcage theme into it. Things are starting to move upward, literally. When we visited the lobby recently, the bar had a new structure going up in the area, which looks like the outer frame of the new bar. According to Disney, the bar will pay tribute to the resort's Victorian roots with intricate woodwork, stained glass, and brass accents. The whole lobby's getting a refresh as well. This includes brand new carpeting with Victorian-inspired borders and scrollwork, featuring hand-drawn florals inspired by turn-of-the-century botanical studies. We're going to keep visiting often, probably once or twice a week, to keep you updated on construction, so be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a thing. If you visited Epic Universe in Universal Orlando, you've probably seen some pretty long standby lines, especially for the more popular rides. Now, when I say long, I mean we're talking hours-long waits for Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. The lines for Donkey Kong, Minecart Madness, and Super Nintendo World can get pretty long too, and there's no way to skip those two long standby lines, except now There is. That's because Universal has just added both rides to its Express Pass option. I am so excited about this. Universal's Express Pass is an additional ticket add-on that you can purchase to skip the long standby lines at rides throughout Universal Orlando, including Epic Universe. Until now, Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry and Donkey Kong Minecart Madness have not been included as part of the service. Now, though, both rides are available on the pass, meaning those with it can skip the long standby lines and use a shorter line instead. This means that the only ride not currently available with Express Pass is Dragon Racers Rally in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. In just a few short months, Disney's first cruise ship to set sail out of Singapore will go on its maiden voyage. The Disney Adventure is going to begin its own adventure on December 15th and will feature 7 themed areas, new attractions, and a variety of brand new restaurants, including some that are brand new to Disney Cruise Line altogether. Well, you know us, and we've been waiting to get a peek at what the food will look like, and Disney just gave us our first look. Enchanted Summer Restaurant will have both Tangled and Frozen themes, and is set in a cozy village dining hall. While eating under floating lanterns, guests can enjoy the jackfruit cathal masala kasha taco with tempered dal and water chestnut black garlic raita. Over at Animator's Palette, one item on the menu will be the laksa lemak with prawn, taupak, laksa leaf, and chili. The quick service Jungle Book themed Mowgli's Eatery will offer the bread curd fire roll, dahi ke cholet with cashew butter toast, dates, and coriander chutney. The character dining experience Hollywood Spotlight Club is going to feature yellowfin tuna and prawns Mumbai Bell with sweet corn, rice puffs, avocado, cilantro, aioli, and tamarind. Mike and Sully's Flavors of Asia, a premium dining spot, will feature 4 distinct experiences, including a full-service Japanese steakhouse, a teppanyaki room, a bar with omakase-style dining, and outdoor dining where you can enjoy sushi and sashimi. One of the items on the menu is the Tarabakani chawanmushi, which is Alaskan crab with egg custard and yanagi matsutake mushroom. Okay, so this next one is going to make you drool a little bit. Animator's Table will offer a cool Mickey-shaped dessert, the Mickey Chocolate Tart with Valrhona chocolate fudge, chocolate ganache, and Florentine crunch. This is beautiful. The premium restaurant, Palo Trattoria or Palo Trattoria, will offer a pure blood Sanchoku Wagyu strip loin with pink peppercorn, broccolini, and yakiniku sauce. The concierge kitchen will have Pacific scallops with cremini arborio, hazelnut, and Silvetta arugula, and the list just keeps going on. This is such a great variety of international offerings, as well as some very, very authentic Asian flavors. The ship will also include meals for guests with special dietary needs, including requests for vegetarian, vegan, and giant meals, as well as meals made with halal certified meats and allergen-related meals. Sounds like there's going to be a little something for everyone. 2026 Disneyland vacation packages have dropped, which means it's time to plan our next trip to the happiest place on Earth. And with it comes some major changes. Starting January 5th, 2026, there will be no more early morning entry. Currently, guests staying at Disneyland Resort hotels could enter the parks 30 minutes early, so they could snag some extra park time before it was open to the public. This benefit is now disappearing. Instead, guests are going to receive 1 Lightning Lane per person per stay, and this Lightning Lane will be part of Lightning Lane MultiPass and can help you skip the line at most rides, excluding Radiator Springs Racers and Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. The Lightning Lane will be available with a valid park admission and reservation, and Disney Vacation Club reservations qualify, but Good Neighbor hotel bookings do not. This change lets you skip a line in the parks without having to wake up early, so that's a score. The biggest change is that early entry was available every day, switching back and forth between the 2 parks, while you will only receive 1 Lightning Lane for your entire stay. If you're hoping to set sail on the Disney Cruise Line in the next few years, you can finally start planning. If you head straight to the Disney Cruise Line website, you can see a banner for the early bookings for fall 2026 and spring 2027. If you select the View Early Booking Dates button, you can scroll through the plans before they go on sale. If you're a Pearl, Platinum, Gold, or Silver member, a Disney Vacation Club member, or an Adventure Insider with Adventures by Disney, you can book the new dates before they go on sale. If you aren't in those categories, worries, the new dates go on sale on September 2nd, 2025. Disney's dropped 384 new itineraries, including ports like Singapore, San Diego, Fort Lauderdale, Vancouver, and more. Disney also shared which sailings will include special events, like Halloween on the High Seas and Very Merry Time cruises. We will definitely be hopping on board Disney cruises over the next few years. Especially excited about the Disney Destiny launch this year and the Disney Adventure launch. We already have our door magnets packed and ready. Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar is one of our favorite themed hangouts in Disney World. It's located in the Landing in Disney Springs, and the bar and restaurant itself is Indiana Jones themed. But around the holiday seasons, it gets a festive overlay. And now, for the first time, Jock Lindsey's is also doing a Halloween overlay. All throughout the space, there are seasonal decorations, from pumpkins to spooky cats to black and orange garlands, and of course, the menu is themed to match. There's a little bit of spooky, a little bit of eerie, and a lot of delicious. Starting out this seasonal menu are 4 different drinks. First is the Spike Trap for $16.50. This is made with Malibu coconut rum, Stoli vanilla vodka, cream of coconut, and Sprite, garnished with a ghost marshmallow. Next up is the Scarab Beetle Essence, which is $16.50 as well. This one's made with Siesta Key silver rum, Malibu coconut rum, Bowls blue curacao liqueur, Dole pineapple juice, and grenadine. The Snake Egg Surprise is a mocktail option for $6.75, made of simply lemonade, lime juice, desert pear syrup, and green apple boba pearls. The 4th drink was the one our reporter got to try, the Cauldron Cooler for $17.50. This is Hendrick's Gin, ginger liqueur, lemon juice, simple syrup, and butterfly pea extract. This drink changes colors when you add the vial to the beaker, which was super fun. Flavor-wise, it's on the sweeter side and reminds us a bit of the violet sake, but not quite as intense. You definitely get notes of lavender and lemon without too much tartness, and it's pretty strong overall on the alcohol side. Moving on to the food items, there are 5 different eats you can try. First up is the Skull of the Dead for $16. This is mojo pork, cheddar, flour tortilla, and pickle pico de gallo. These are served with a little syringe of sauce on the side that had a sriracha-like flavor. It wasn't overly spicy, but really enhanced the flavor of the quesadilla. The meat inside the quesadilla was tender and juicy, and you really got that mojo flavor coming through. This wasn't the most exciting of the options, but it was really fun presentation-wise. After that, we tried the Alien Invader sliders for $16. These are made with crispy Nashville hot fried chicken, sliced provolone, dill pickle slices, cheddar chive biscuit, and queen olives. This was one of our favorite items on the new menu, not just because he's super cute. The olive eyeballs and pickle tongues make a truly stellar presentation, and the spice rub on the chicken was fantastic. There was a bit of sweetness, but also a nice depth of flavor without being too spicy. The biscuits were fluffy and moist and held up well without crumbling too much. The Phantom Dumplings are $14. They're chicken and pork dumplings wrapped in rice paper and served with teriyaki dipping sauce, and they look like little ghosties. Of the bunch, we thought these were the cutest presentation-wise, with some deliciously juicy meatballs. The rice paper was kind of difficult to bite, but it might have been worth it for the presentation alone. After that, we got the Zombie Eye Bites for $17. Traditional deviled egg filling, crispy fried chicken, and black olives. Jock Lindsey's is known for its deviled eggs, so it was no surprise they had a Halloween version. These come served in a box, and there are a few different boxes you can get with your set of eggs. Ours had beetles on it. These were pretty classic deviled eggs with chicken on top, and the filling was whipped and creamy. It contrasted nicely with the crispy chicken. Overall, it reminded us of a good chicken salad. Last but not least, we tried the Cursed Mummy sausages, which are $14. Mini smoked sausages wrapped in puff pastry and served with pomegranate mustard sauce are made to look like mummies in their coffins. These come inside a box that makes noises and sounds when you open it, and it makes 5 different sounds actually. They're essentially pigs in a blanket, but the hot dog had a nice snap to it, and the dough was crispy on the outside with a nice buttery flavor. Overall, we had a blast at Jock Lindsey's and ate some seriously delicious new snacks, and so innovative and fun. They're really going hard into the aesthetics and presentation here, and it shows. So if you're interested in some spooky vibes without having to pay for a park ticket, make sure to stop by and check out the Halloween bar this year. It's open now. Disney just recently collaborated with La La Land Kind Cafe, which gives back to the community by supporting foster kids, and we were invited to check out their new Mickey and Friends inspired kids menu. La La Land Kind Cafe is part of an initiative to offer support and opportunities for foster kids, including paid internships to help kids make the transition from foster care to adulthood. The coffee shop has locations throughout Texas, but has recently expanded into the Los Angeles area and Nashville. Now, for the first time ever, the cafe has launched a special Mickey and Friends menu for kids. The kids' menu is inspired by Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Pluto. It features 5 mini drinks plus a special drink for mom and dad. Obviously, we had to try a few of these. We ordered the chocolate-covered banana cloud latte, and it really tasted like a chocolate-covered banana. Those flavors mixed with the espresso made for a wonderful sweet coffee drink. Also, check out the fun cup sleeves. We also tried one of the kids' drinks, a mini magic drink. It's also very tasty with flavors that are so balanced. It's a good, fun color, so kids are going to love it. And the kids' drinks have special drink stoppers shaped like Mickey's head. You can also get some toasts in mini sizes for kids. One option is strawberries, bananas, and honey, while the other is avocado with the option to add eggs. And the kids' meals come with munchlings, and we had to get one for ourselves, of course. These are the mystery boxes where you don't know what you're going to get, and we loved it. Did we mention that they also have Pluto-themed pup cups? Yep. You can also get a complimentary pet bandana while supplies last. Be Kind Mickey and Friends totes are also available, and we noticed a display of Disney merchandise. It's all for sale, but it's a QR code that you scan and buy the product online. So if you live near a La La Land Kind Cafe, you want to be sure to bring your little ones by to check out the new menu. Okay, I hope you're ready for some more major snack news. There are so many Halloween and fall themed treats all around Disney World right now. So let's round up some good ones we tried at Disney Springs this week. First, swirls on the water. We started with the pumpkin Mickey cone, which is back for $6.49. It's got marshmallow and chocolate soft serve and a pumpkin waffle cone with Halloween sprinkles and white chocolate pieces. Well, this is one of the cutest soft serves we've had. The flavors aren't anything special. The chocolate and marshmallow soft serve were traditional, and while the cone was supposed to be pumpkin, we thought it actually had a slight orange flavor. The sprinkles above the edges give it a nice crunch, and while we certainly weren't upset to eat this, we think there are more unique flavors out there, even at Swirls on the Water. That being said, if you want to get into Halloween spirit but stick to normal flavors, this is the treat for you. Then we had the Sanderson Sisters Caramel Apple Pie Sundae for $6.49. This is green apple soft serve, caramel soft serve, apple pie filling, streusel topping, Halloween sprinkles, and a white chocolate Sanderson Sisters disc. The combination of the caramel and the green apple was great, and the green apple flavor was subtle without being overly tart. The caramel soft serve was refreshing, and together it was a match made in heaven. The streusel really did taste like apple pie, which made us really happy. After this, we headed to Marketplace Snacks to try the Trick or Treat waffle for $9.49. This has vanilla and chocolate soft serve, Snickers bar pieces, Twix cookie bar pieces, M&M's chocolate candies, Halloween blend, Skittles popped original freeze-dried candy. Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Chocolate fudge, caramel, and chocolate biscuit sticks. There were so many toppings on this. We could barely see the ice cream. It was like dumping a trick-or-treat bag on a bunch of ice cream in a waffle. The chocolate and vanilla soft serve was simple and creamy, and all the toppings made it super crunchy. It was very sweet because of all the candy, so this might be a good one to share with the family. At Amorette's Patisserie, we had the Zero Cream Puff for $8.75. This is a pat au choux filled with caramel popcorn mousse. First off, can we talk about how cute he is? This cream puff really tasted like caramel popcorn too. The strong flavors were buttery with a little bit of salt, just like caramel corn. The actual cream puff was crispy on the outside, and the filling was light and creamy, just like we like. We couldn't believe how well they captured the flavor. Then we tried the Ghost Entremet for $8.25. This is a cookies and cream mousse, dark chocolate crispy pearls, and house-made chocolate chip brownie. We enjoyed the whipped cookies and cream mousse, which was fluffy and reminded us of eating raw cookie dough in the best way. The brownie on the bottom had a great chocolate flavor, but it was pretty tough and hard to cut through. We wish it were a bit more moist and fluffy, but the flavors were there. Finally, we had the Cocoa Eclair for $8. This was made with pot au choux filled with vanilla almond mousse. And this was coming in hot with the pistachio flavor. The whipped cream was a bit lighter on the flavor, and the filling was almost overwhelming. The pastry was crispy on the outside and a bit soggy on the inside, which isn't the best. We think if you're really into the pistachio and almond situation, you're going to enjoy this, but everyone else might want to skip. When it comes to Halloween treats, Disney World does it right yet again. While the parks do a great job, the resorts are seriously underrated when it comes to those perfect Halloween desserts. First, we started at Gasparilla Island Grill at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort to grab the new dulce de leche brownie. This is a chocolate brownie with dulce de leche ganache and ginger pepita crumble for $5.49. This is truly exceptional. I just had it tonight. The brownie was super dense. It was unbelievably chewy and rich. Definitely not what I was expecting. When our reporter had it last week, she said it was more of a cake consistency. So I definitely did not have that experience. So this might not be super consistent yet, but we both loved it. So that'll tell you something. Now, the ginger crumble gets a little lost in the dulce de leche ganache, but I will say I don't care because the dulce de leche ganache is impeccable. The pepita gives it a nice crunch, which I really liked. And for the price, this was an incredible treat to grab while you stroll around the resort. And honestly, I would probably make a trip to Grand Floridian just for this. Next, we went to Trails End at Fort Wilderness for 2 treats. The first was the Headless Horseman Pop for $5.49. This is a chocolate chip cookie dough and brownie dipped in white chocolate with a chocolate piece. Super cute, well decorated, and really good. The bulk of the flavor comes from the chocolate chip cookie dough, making it a more gritty consistency like you'll find in cookie dough with all that sugar. Plus, it has that nice layer of icing and chocolate to seal the deal. Second, we grabbed the pumpkin sugar cookie for $3.99. This is a Halloween sugar cookie coated in dark and white chocolate. This one did look cute too, but it felt like something we could buy anywhere. It was a grocery store style sugar cookie that you can almost taste the flour on. It was crumbly and dry, fun and cute, but we would definitely say skip if you're looking for a soft, light sugar cookie. Finally, we stopped by All-Star Music Resort to head to Intermission's food court to try the apple cinnamon cupcake for $5.99. Starting at the top, the apple cinnamon icing wasn't too sweet and didn't feel like we were just eating lard. It also didn't leave behind a film in your mouth, and you can taste the cinnamon in it, which made us feel the fall. The cupcake itself was so dense, but it was also moist enough that it stuck to our fingers. There were chunks of apple in this, which we loved at first. The more we tried, the more we felt like the cupcake was underbaked and doughy in the middle. While it had real potential, not sure we'd go out of our way for this one again.
If you've been scoping out the latest eats and treats you're going to find around Disneyland this fall and wondering what's worth spending your money on, we found one you need to add to the top of your list. Our search for the best seasonal offering led us over to Schmoozies for a quick bite. This is where we picked up the Ursula Enchanted waffles for $11.29. We couldn't resist the charms of dark chocolate Mickey-shaped waffles filled with ube custard and dusted with powdered sugar. So naturally, we picked up an order and set out to snack for research. These are the best waffles we have had from Schmoozies. Our reporter was worried that they would be overly sweet because of the dark chocolate combined with the ube custard, but they were not. They were great. They do have a richness to them, but the custard really paired well with the dark chocolate to our surprise. Even after trying them with syrup, we were surprised to find that it didn't make them too sweet. We were floored by this one. The texture of the waffles is on point. The custard was cooled just enough inside to ooze out of the waffles as they opened, and we couldn't say enough good things about them. Our only complaint is that we wish they offered them in a multi-level pack like the Mickey beignets. After thinking that through though, that's probably for the best because we would have easily downed 6 of these in one setting. We've got some more big food news coming out of Disneyland. This next piece of news, let me say it again, is for Disneyland, not Disney World. I don't want you to get this confused. So Oga's Cantina in Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland has been a popular bar since the moment it opened. The Star Wars themed lounge has recently announced a massive change, though, that might make it even easier to dine and drink in space. Oga's Cantina no longer requires reservations. In fact, you can't even get reservations anymore. On their website, Disney wrote, beginning August 19th, Oga's Cantina will transition to walk-up availability with a traditional standby queue and will no longer offer reservations. They shared that any existing reservations will still be honored even after reservations are removed. One of the best parts of being an annual pass holder are the perks. And now an exclusive new item for annual pass holders has arrived at Animal Kingdom. It's a truly sweet addition. You can try out the Just Keep Swimming Frost for $6.49. This is made with Joffrey's signature frozen lemon, Minute Maid lemonade, and blue raspberry syrup topped off with Skittles popped freeze-dried candy. This one is exclusive to Animal Kingdom and we found it at Joffrey's near Yak and Yeti local food cafes. That's the Joffrey's tea location over there. And we expected it to be a lot sweeter, but it wasn't overpowering. While we like a sweet drink, it's no secret they can be hard to finish, so this was a pleasant surprise. It was essentially a blue raspberry lemonade slush with a slight sour tang, but it faded quickly as we continued to sip on it. The Skittles didn't really serve a taste purpose, and they were a bit hard to drink. It was a good drink we can see people really enjoying, but we aren't screaming from the rooftops about it. So we recently stopped by Hollywood Scoops at Hollywood Studios to check out a brand new offering, but is it worth the cash? We sampled the location's chocolate bourbon milkshake. For $16.50, this chocolate milkshake includes Jim Beam Red Stag Black Cherry Bourbon, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and candied bacon. Kind of reminds me of a drink they used to have at Trilobites like 100 years ago. Unfortunately, we didn't think this quite lived up to the promise of its ingredients. Essentially, it's a chocolate milkshake with a shot of bourbon on the bottom with some chocolate syrup on the sides, and a piece of candied bacon sticking in it and topped with whipped cream. Said bourbon at the bottom was our major issue. It was difficult to get the alcohol and the chocolate milkshake to mix together, leading to several sips of just straight bourbon. While this is tasty, if you like bourbon, it can be overwhelming and dilutes the overall flavor. Speaking of flavor, there wasn't much cherry flavor at all to that bourbon. The shake itself is a typical chocolate shake, and the highlight of the drink was the candied bacon. Tasted like it was coated in maple syrup, giving it a crispy combination of sweet and savory. Now, we probably wouldn't get this one again due to the high cost and the difficulty of mixing the alcohol. If you are a major bourbon fan who wants to sample the shake, we'd recommend consuming it pretty quickly because it melts fast. One of our favorite spots to go for the best food in Disney Springs is the Polite Pig, and we just stopped by to test out their brand new chef's special. This spot is constantly serving up new and exciting eats, like their latest for $21. It's chicken fried smoked pork belly with black beans, corn, okra, jalapeno sausage, arugula, and shaved radish. This chef's special is a rotating dish that is seasonally inspired. The meat is pork belly that's been chicken fried, meaning the pork belly was flattened, coated in seasoned flour or batter, and then fried similar to fried chicken. The pork belly pieces were pretty decent size, which we appreciated. It was pretty good with nice and chewy edges and a smoky flavor. The addition to the fried crust did unfortunately make it pretty greasy, which was off-putting. The crust was perfectly crispy and flavorful, but the grease added to the pork belly fat wasn't our favorite texture. The salad was nice, bright, and refreshing, which helped lighten up the meal. The vegetables were more like a succotash, which was a different mix with the salad and pork belly. It almost felt like a pork belly stew when adding the warm succotash to the salad, making the salad wilt. Now, we would have preferred either the salad or the vegetables. We felt it was a bit pricey for what felt essentially like a plate of pork belly. It was overall a little confusing, and we would have liked to see some different sides to it. The Polite Pig is still a definitive favorite of ours, but we will probably stick with the cedar plank salmon or the butcher board for two. All right, Disney fans, if you're headed to Walt Disney World this week, buckle up because there is a lot going on and you do not want to be caught off guard. Here's your rapid fire rundown of everything you need to know before you hit the parks. If you're heading to Disney World this week, you're arriving just in time for one of the most beloved events of the year, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, starting on August 28th. The entire DFB team will be out in full force covering everything this festival has to offer. So be sure to follow us on social media to watch it in real time and stay tuned for our full Best of the Fest video that you know is going to come out ASAP after this festival begins. And to help you prepare for your festival day, you can grab our DFB Food and Wine Festival guide that has been updated specifically for this year's festival. Epcot's Food and Wine Festival is the biggest festival of the year, and we've got the very best tips, information, up-to-date advice to be sure you enjoy every minute of your time. With over 250 pages of info, you can tackle the Epcot Food and Wine Festival like a pro. Get your copy and other fun Disney-themed merch over at dfbstore.com. Then the following day on August 29th, the Beak and Barrel opens to all guests. Of course, reservations have already come and gone in seconds, so be prepared for crowds. Y'all know how it is when something new opens in Disney World, and this one's a pretty big deal. And as if that wasn't enough, Destination D23 will begin on August 29th too. From August 29th to 31st, 2025, Disney executives, celebrities, and fans from around the globe will join together in the ultimate celebration of all things Disney. And it's going to be held at Disney World's Coronado Springs Resort for the very first time. The convention consists of special events, exclusive merch, unique exhibits, and fascinating presentations. For Disney adults like us, it's the best weekend of the year. And
And believe it or not, that's not all. Yes, our team is going to be very, very busy this week. The first night of Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal Orlando is also on August 29th. Just say a quick little prayer for the DFB team next week because it's going to be busy, but good, fun busy. We promise to stay on top of all this theme park news because we know you love it as much as we do. Disney's latest Halloween souvenir is already proving to be super popular and it's almost selling out. The Stitch Mummy popcorn bucket has arrived at popcorn carts in Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. Yep, this is going to be super popular, but it is Stitch and we all love Stitch, right? Especially when he's all dressed up for Halloween. The popcorn bucket is $26.29 and comes with popcorn at the time of purchase. Even better, it lights up and glows in the dark. We get why we had to wait in line for this one, because Stitch looks adorable in his little mummy costume and trick-or-treat basket. Plus, looks like he's already managed to get into the candy. Note that if you do want to grab this one, you're limited to only getting 2 at a time. It's also only available while supplies last, so you want to make sure to make a beeline for the popcorn carts when you get into Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. Following Bath & Body Works' fun Disney Princess collection, the company is now turning its attention to Disney villains. Now you're going to be able to grab this collection in stores and online on September 3rd, although Bath & Body Works loyalty members will get early access online on August 26th through the 27th. This collection celebrates the Evil Queen and Maleficent. Now, let's talk about the scents. The Maleficent scented items are inspired by Sinister Plum, Midnight Berries, whatever those are, and Mystical Woods. Again, don't know what that smells like. This scent isn't very sweet, and the woodsy part of the scent is more forward, similar to sandalwood. It's not overtly fall-oriented, so it works year-round because it's mild. You can get this scent in several forms, including a candle with a lid that changes her into her dragon form, body cream, and body wash. We love the Maleficent Raven soap dispenser because it's epic. The Evil Queen scent is dark red apple, vanilla suede, and wicked pear. The apple is the predominant smell, so it's giving autumn vibes, but it almost smells sort of like green sour apple candy. We actually really like it. This one's available in a variety of forms too, including a body cream, a fine fragrance mist, a diamond shimmer mist, foaming hand soap, wallflower plug-in, and laundry detergent. Yep, you can get Evil Queen laundry detergent. We are so excited about this collection because it's about time the villains got some Bath & Body Works representation, right? See you all on September 3rd because we are all going to be smelling wickedly wonderful. One thing we don't mess around with at Disney Food Blog is a water bottle for Disney World. Having the perfect water bottle can help take your trip to the next level, and to help you choose which water bottle is best, we tested and ranked some popular ones from Amazon. Coming in last place is the Simply Modern water bottle. We love how cute this is, and it looks a lot smaller than it really is, as in it can hold a lot of water. It's also functional, but it doesn't keep water as cold as some of the other double insulated water bottles we tested. It'll do the job, but your water might get warm during a hot day at the parks. Next up in our ranking is the Hydro Flask. We'll admit this isn't our favorite style of water bottle, but the slim design means it fits in your bag a little bit easier. The top is also super easy to flip up, but it locks in place to stop spillage. It's a little hard to sip from if you're at a tilted angle though, but it did keep our water cold for about 6 hours in 90+ degree weather. The Yeti Rambler is a hefty bottle, so it's worth the price you pay for it. That bulkiness, though, means it takes up extra room in your park bag. It's also vacuum insulated, which means your water stays colder longer. It also comes with a second straw to swap out. And it shouldn't come as a surprise that our beloved Awala ranks really high in second place. This water bottle has proven itself time and again. It's got a great design, comes in a variety of colors, and has a soft closed spout that locks with another layer to keep your water from spilling. It doesn't sweat, and it keeps your drink cold along with ice for several hours, even on the hottest days. But coming in at number 1 on our favorite water bottles list is this Stanley. We love everything about this water bottle. The handle flips down on both sides for easy carrying. The top has a nice flush design. It's a slimmer bottle, but still hefty enough to keep your water with ice cold for hours. Our favorite feature of this one, though, is that you can take the lid apart and clean it really well. Now, it doesn't matter which one you choose as long as you bring a water bottle with you to Disney World. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Okay, everybody, that's your whirlwind tour of the latest Disney news. If you want even more Disney magic delivered straight to your inbox,
Yep, even the secret menu hacks and surprise snack drops. Make sure you're signed up for our free newsletter. It's fabulous, and it'll make you the most in-the-know Disney fan in your group chat. The link to sign up is down in the description. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.